My dear friends, let's take some tzedakah, put it in the pushka. And I want to ask you a question. I'm sure that you participated at Brit Milah, circumcision. You're probably, uh, possibly participated in the Abscherenish, the the first haircut that we give to a little boy. You obviously have gone to bar mitzvahs and other and similar celebrations. But did you ever celebrate or participate, I should say, in a celebration called Areinführenisch in Cheder? Now, if you wonder what it means, I'll translate the word. It's Yiddish. Areinführenisch, introducing a little boy in Cheder, in school, in Talmud Torah, in yeshiva. And anywhere between the age of 3 and 5, we will bring a little boy into formal schooling, and there's a whole process with it. The kid is carried in a talis, completely covered, he shouldn't see anything. He finally comes into the class, the teacher, the malamed, will sit him on his lap, and he will give him a sheet with letters on them, and the letters are covered with honey, and he will take off the honey and enjoy it while reading the Aleph base. There's all kinds of customs. I'm not going to go through the whole system now, but just one thing which I want to focus on. The Aleph that the child will be shown and invited to read it if he knows it will be from the Sharblat, from the cover page of the Tanya, and of Parshas Vayikra, the Parsha of this week, where the Torah says, Vayikra, El Moshe, God is calling Moshe, Vaydaber, Hashem Elov Moel Moed, Leimer, God speaks to him from the tent, from the holy tent. There is an Aleph in Vayikra, but what's very peculiar is that this Aleph is a very small one. And that's the Aleph that this little child is exposed to. Now, we know that the letters in the Torah are all precise. The sizes of it, some of them are bigger, some of them are smaller. And all the commentators ask the same question. Why is the Aleph of Vayikra, where God is calling to Moshe, smaller than the rest of the words, than the rest of the letters? And what's very interesting is that in Chronicles, in Divrei Yomim, where it goes through the names of the generations, the first one obviously being Adam, first human being, the Aleph of Adam is bigger than the rest of the letters. So here the Aleph is small, and there the Aleph is big. As we say in Yiddish, Farvos. Why? And what is the message? So, the explanation which is given on it, the Aleph, the larger Aleph by Adam, is alluding to Adam's self-esteem as being the one who was created directly by God himself. Whereby the small Aleph of Vayikra is alluding to Moshe Rabbeinu's humility. That Moshe Rabbeinu considered himself nobody. Torah says he was the most humble person on the face of the earth. So what is it all about? Is it about the small Aleph or about the little Aleph? So it says that Moshe Rabbeinu actually rectified Adam's mistake. How so? He recognized his greatness. Moshe Rabbeinu knew who he was, but nevertheless remained humble. His humility was not self-delusional, but the result of simple reasoning. I cannot take any credit for my greatness, said Moshe Rabbeinu, because all that I have is a God-given gift. If somebody else would receive the same gift, could even done better than I did. So what is the message? We are all spiritual heirs of Adam and Moshe. So when we feel inadequate, we must remember that we are Adams. We have a big Aleph. we have great potential. When we're starting to think of who am I, and this could cause us not to take on the responsibilities. Let's remember, we have a big Aleph. We Yitzir Kapav Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We creations of God. But then when we start boasting about ourselves, remember the little Aleph of Moshe Rabbeinu. So we really need a combination of big and small. But we also need to remember the Aleph in general. The Aleph is the difference between exile and redemption in Hebrew is one Aleph. Exile in Hebrew is Gola. Redemption is Geula, the letter Aleph. We need to introduce the big and the small Aleph into exile, and we will have the imminent redemption with Mashiach now.